Hi guys, happy Saturday. I hope you all had a good day. I did some decorating and some cleaning and organizing. I made a couple gifts and I am tired. I am ready to settle down. I have one of my most favorite books to read to you tonight, so I hope you're ready. I kind of have a hint. Not a reindeer though, something a little bit different. Almost a reindeer, but something different. My friends are ready. I hope you're ready. I hope you have your blanket and your friends too. You ready for my story? Did you guess yet? It's not a reindeer. It's not a horse, but nothing other than Mooseltoe, my favorite. Love this story. I love how Mooseltoe is so creative for the holidays. Love how he thinks outside the box. 'Twas the season, and Moose was merry. He joyfully tickled the ivories with a tune full of tidings and a flurry of fa-la-las. He was so full of ho-ho-hos, even his mustache had the holiday spirit. A big mustache he has. But Moose was more than just a bit merry and bright. He was busy, busy, busy. There was a lot to be done on his list of to-dos, but with orderly organization, a bit of regimentation, lots of imagination, and just plain old Moose know-how, getting ready for the big day should have been simple, easy, in all probability, just perfectly perfect. Notice I said the word should have been. That's a little clue of what is to come. He wasted not one merry minute. Moose got moving and put some hustle into the holiday bustle. He went to work, he wrote cards and letters till his hooves hurt. Check. He shopped till he dropped. Check. He had a lot of cards that he wrote out. He hauled some boxes and bags and presents galore. Moose had gifts for everyone stacked from ceiling to floor. Check, check, check. Then he wrapped yo, 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 and he ribboned ho, ho, ho. And on each and every package, he tied a big, beautiful bow. Check and double check. So far, so simple, so easy, so perfectly perfect. You guessed it if you said perfect already with me. So many things to do. Another look at the list, and Moose headed for the kitchen. He pulled out the pots, pans, and bowls, sifted through stacks and racks of cookbooks. He whisked with his left, spooned with his right. Moose baked tons of tins of cookies. Check. Dozens of cakes, breads, and sweets. Check, check, check. He made jellies, sticky jams. Moose roasted a goose and some chestnuts. He toasted marshmallows and yams. Check, 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 triple check. Yes, yes, so simple, so easy, but of course, so perfectly perfect. Are you reading some of this with me and remembering some of those words? If you're like me, you've read this story many times. Decorations were up next on his list of things to do and get done. So Moose decked the halls, then spruced up the walls. He beaded, bowed, and mistletoed. He gathered garlands, roped wreaths and holly, jingled bells, sang noels. Oh, good golly, this Moose was jolly. Check, 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 check. So silly decorating those stairs, but he is so happy. Must be his favorite holiday. Last but not least, he hung all the stockings, each and every one, with special care. And just in time, too, soon Santa would be there. Check and final check. Yes, sirree, getting ready for Christmas was an absolute snap. And so simple, so easy, And if he did say so himself, Moose thought totally, utterly, completely, perfectly perfect. Did you remember to say that? All the stockings look so nice. On that night before Christmas, Mother, little Sissy, Bucky, and Junior looked all through the house. What a job Moose had done. Everything looked beautiful, festive, quite fine indeed, bountiful. There was just one minor problem, if you will. Oh dear, sighed Mrs., as the five stared at the empty corner. Oh my, oh me, oh gee. Pop, what happened? Cried Junior. You forgot the tree. No tree in the corner. Oh boy, now what is Moose gonna do? Oops. Where would they hang the tinsel, string the popcorn, light the lights? Where would Santa leave his gifts for the kiddies on Christmas Eve night? So Moose pulled on his galoshes and put on his hat. He would find a tree somewhere, somehow, and that's all there was to that. So out went the Moose, braving blustery, blowing winds and the cold, trudging through snowdrifts, courageous and bold. There's Mama and the children. There's Moose. Children are right here. Those are all their coats. Moose is heading out to the snow. Poor guy. Moose first hoofed it down to the corner. Not a tree to be had. Then he slid around the block. Uh-oh. Things were looking bad. He went down every boulevard, street, and little road. He looked down lanes and alleys. Every tree had been sold. There wasn't a branch, not a twig, not even one lousy bolus bough hanging around. Nope, nada, nothing. Not a tree to be found. I wonder how Moose is feeling. Not one single tree. Poor guy. No tree, sighed a sad Moose as he came home empty-handed that snowy eve. The kids tried to make the best of it, they said. Oh, so who needs a tree? But Moose could plainly see they were short on the glee. He knew he had to do something, and that's just what he did. In the empty corner, he stood and spread his arms out very wide. Then he smiled at his children, and he winked at his bride. Kids, he declared, fetch your forgetful pop some of that tried and true family glop. Oh boy, what are they doing to Moose? So back came the kids carrying a big pot of glue, and without a word to one another, they knew just what to do. They took each took a part, grabbing strands, taking hold. Then carefully, oh so carefully, they glopped, and they plopped, they pasted, and they pressed. They curled and twirled every which way a follicle could fathom, until Moose's magnificent moustache was indeed even more of a marvel to see. He has a really big mustache, doesn't he? And the kids are doing something to it. I wonder what. If you know, don't tell the others. Moose was just a few needles shy of being an evergreen tree. They strung Moose with lights from his head to his toes and draped him with tinsel, beginning right with his nose. They hung balls that were shiny and bells that twinkled, candy canes, berries, and plums sugar sprinkled. Then they all stood back. Junior plugged in his pop. Ooh, ah. Yes, Moose truly was one incredible sight. He was glorious and glowing. Oh boy, was he ever bright. Look at that. It's a great looking Christmas tree. Then Junior placed the star on top of Moose's head. He gave him a kiss and a pat, and they all headed off to bed. Except Moose, of course. He stayed in the corner instead, still twinkling and blinking and waiting for Santa. Oh, so it wasn't so simple, and it wasn't so easy. And okay, it wasn't so perfectly perfect. But do you know what? It was pretty close. Look, it all dark, and there are his lights and the tree that Junior put up there, the star that Junior put up on the tree. And who's this? Somebody saying, ho, ho, ho. Santa came. How exciting was that? Wow, that is a long story, and it is written by Margie Palatini, one of my favorites, like I said, and I like it so much because Moose made the best out of a situation, and he used his imagination and thought outside of the box like we have to do sometimes. And it wasn't what he thought Christmas was going to be, but it was pretty perfect for everyone in the family. Love that story. I hope you enjoyed it as much as Miss Cate, and I hope you get a good night's sleep, and I will see you tomorrow night for another Christmas story. Bye, guys. Sleep tight.